guys, how you doing? Chad. Welcome back, CK Knife and Tool. It's been a little while since I did any knife updates or any videos of any sorts, but I thought I would show you the most recent addition to the CK Knife and Tool line. If you follow my Facebook page or Instagram, you've already seen some pictures of this. For you on YouTube that aren't following either one of those, or you just happen to come by, well, hello, how you doing? And thanks for stopping over. Today's knife is the Rogue. I originally thought I wasn't going to get this knife out until 2018, but I've been spending pretty much it's getting late. I've been working all day, and I got the Rogue done at the end of last week, and I was sitting around thinking I gotta get a video out for you guys. So I have the Rogue. Now I came up with this design. My knife mentor was challenging me a little bit on different styles of knives because I got my niche in making knives because of bushcraft and hunting. I did want to get into a tactical series, or at least somewhat of a tactical series. Having been in the military and law enforcement, there was a niche in there that I wasn't really touching into. And I wanted to try to provide people that wanted a knife, maybe from a former Marine or a former law enforcement officer, a knife that might be more indicative to what they would want at work. And so him and I were sitting around talking about a few things, and I drew out a whole bunch of pictures and I sent them out to him. One of the photos was the Jasper, which you guys have recently seen. I did the dressed and the naked, stonewash and hand finished, and the Jasper skeletonized with an acid stonewash finish, as well as the Jasper dressed in an acid stonewash finish, was somewhat along that tactical law enforcement line that I wanted to fall into. The Rogue is another one, and I was so stoked when I got this finished the other day. I was beside myself. I was so happy. I managed to finish it on Veterans Day, so I could get together with a couple of buddies. We went out to dinner for the Marine Corps birthday, and for Veterans Day, we were supposed to have a big gathering here at my home, and the kids got sick, or my son got sick. It was really bad, and I'd been working all day in the shop too. We got out, went to dinner, but I had a knife to show those guys. So, this is the Rogue. Of course, I'm going to throw some pictures in here and talk to you a little bit about it as you see them. Well, this is a 10-inch knife. This is still D2 steel. It's 10 inches long, and it has a false grind across the top. It has a taper tang, my signature taper tang. It comes with the micarta scales. I'll do G10 or micarta, the acid stonewash finish, and 2 nickel silver tubes. Really not much else. I like the really big choil. I like how my thumb lands at the back of the spine. That's what this little lip back here is meant for. It's so when you're holding it, your thumb lands right in there. Instead of doing jimping, I went along this lines. And as well as it lets you choke up really good at the neck. So if you were using this other than any type of tactical or self-defense situation, you can get in there well enough and have good control if you're feathering sticks or anything in that nature. Again, sort of the bushcraft part. This was my first hand at a actual false grind, the false edge across the top. I really like the look. My knife mentor does stuff like this. He's been doing a similar knife for years. The knife itself gets inspired by the Yarborough, which is a knife that I learned a little bit about knowing him. The Yarborough is really neat. He makes a knife similar to that. And he was kind of inspiring me and getting on me a little bit, so I wanted to do a little spin on it of my own. So this was really nice. Feels really good in the hand. It's nice and tapered along here for your fingers. Again, it's a full tang, taper tang. I like that look. Other than that, like I said, there's not a lot else to say other than what the pictures are showing you all. Really pleased with it. The blade itself is 5 inches, as well as the handle is 5 inches. And the belly, or the width of the knife itself, is 1.25 inches. So really lends yourself well. I've been so happy with it, been getting a lot of input from it, and a lot of positive input, as well as some possible future orders. Now this hasn't even been out a week yet by the time I'm making this video. I haven't had this knife finished for 4 or 5 days, and today I've already been making 2 more. I plan on getting these 2 done before Christmas and dressed and ready to rock and roll and put on my website, and I'm hoping to get both of these into hands of new families, new owners. Now the Rogue, being a tactical series, what I'm leaning to do is going ahead and staying with the G10 and micarta look, as well as some of the tube pins, because I think even though they're slightly shiny, as you'll see in the photos, they don't lend themselves to be, I guess, less than tactical or out in your face. Now, with that said, I am going to be getting some pins in, hopefully sometime at the beginning of 2018. I do have the Marine Corps pins. If you guys have seen some of the other videos in the past, as well as Tyler's knife, he had that brass pin with the brass EGA, Eagle Globe and Anchor, with the red background. I'm going to get those made, but with nickel, silver, and black. I really think that would look slick on a knife like this. So stay tuned for some of that. Keep an eye on my website. I try to keep all my pins and all my stock up to date on the website and on Facebook too. But I wanted to bring you guys along and introduce the Rogue to you, and again tell everybody thank you. We're into it's the second week of November right about now of 2017. Thank you very much for all the supporters, everybody following along on Instagram and Facebook. Been picking up a couple of Patreon supporters. That's cool. It's a slow process, but I do appreciate it because the Patreon thing is going to really help me do stuff like save up for a camera or get a couple of new things here and there around the shop, as well as some products I've been eyeballing I'd like to do a review on next year for 2018. So thank you very much for all that, and for the private messages too. And from some of you YouTubers that might be watching this video right now, we've been chatting back and forth about the monetization of YouTube and what we've been all going through. Thank you for your support and your kind words. Appreciate it. As a new YouTuber, it's really nice to see that kind of thing and see that people are outside the YouTube world kind of following me too. So thank you very much. Everybody else, again, have a good one. I do appreciate it. There's more videos to come before the end of 2017. So until the next one, we'll catch you then. Take care.